Well, I do believe we're live. Howdy. Let's see. I got to close this down over here. There we go. I've had people tell me that they do have this one complaint about me. And
Complain about you, whatever could they have a problem with?
Lord have mercy, I'm all about pleasing everybody. They say that I am not loud enough. So now I have a megaphone.
First of all, who says you're not loud enough? I want to meet this person. Hi, BrendaG.
Hey, man, Haas.
How are you?
Well, hey, I'm finer than frog hair split 6 ways with a broad axe.
Well, that's good to know. I'm glad to be back here on Mind Equals Blown.
It's another exciting week. We got lots of news and stuff to give you. I think before I get started with, my desk is piled up with stuff here to talk about. So before I get started, I'm going to let Matt tell you. He's got some news and stuff that he wants to share. So go at it.
Well, I am logged in to the chat room under a new channel. You can see my little placard here, Piano Awesome. I launched a new channel called Piano Awesome because I own a piano and I'm taking lessons, and I find it easier to learn when I actually teach someone. So it's going to be a piano channel, but it's going to be filled with fart jokes and all kinds of childish shenanigans with real lessons. So if you want to watch me go crazy on that channel, it'll be a lot of fun. They're going to be short videos, all the concepts of music. And I think it'll be a lot of fun.
You're taking a page out of the BrendaG Designs handbook of YouTube.
Well, a piano is such a serious instrument and it's so formal. I'm like, that just isn't me. Like, I love music and I'm liking learning, but the way you learn has to be improved, and that's what I'm all about. So maybe I'll bring something new to the industry. Maybe I'll just be shunned. Either way, I don't care. When did I start caring what people think? I do whatever I want on the internet. Follow me.
You gotta love these short little videos,
Yeah.
So it doesn't take anybody all day to watch them. They just come in and they watch them. They get a good laugh, and they can share it amongst their friends, so everybody gets to have some fun. Before you go on, and I know you got some other stuff, I want to recognize some folks here in the chat. Let's see, we got Buttons Creations in the house. Luana Pierce, Mel is with us. Let's see, Bryson Dawson, Cartoon for Kids Videos is in the house. Everybody share this out. Get this out so that everybody can join us here and have some fun, because we got announcements and stuff to make tonight that everybody's going to want to hear. Simply Wooden Creations, that's Russ Clarity. He is in the house. Russ does live stream on Wednesday nights and on Saturday nights here on YouTube. And he does scroll saw stuff, and he talks about all different kinds of things to do with woodworking. And I'm on his panel on Saturday nights. Works Hard for MK3 is in the house.
Did they change the channel name? It was Works Hard for MK4? Or am I getting that wrong?
You get it wrong.
Okay.
It's always been Works Hard for MK3.
I get confused.
Jeff Robinson is in the house too. I'm going to talk about Jeff here in a little bit. His ears must be burning. And Bullaquina in America is in the house. I hope I didn't butcher that too bad. Good to have you with us this evening. Share this out with all your friends so that everybody can come in and have a good time. Network. We all know how the networking goes. Check out the other channels that's in here. Everybody is good supporters that's coming into the show tonight. So make sure that you get in there and check out these other channels. Hit the red button, hit their like, leave them a comment, watch a video. Harmel Media, that's Steve Nealon.
Harmel Media. Hi, Steve.
Makers Media Network. Good to have you in the house this evening. And now back to Matt.
All right. Yep. So, yeah, go give me some red button pushes over on Piano Awesome, brand new channel. It's a lot of fun. I got a new toy. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Sparkly taco, plush sparkly taco. Isn't it glorious?
I tell you, that is just mind-boggling right there.
If I get shy, I'm going to do the show like this. and then just sort of pop up and have a comment.
I had a sparkly taco once because I got glitter in my washcloth, but hey, that's a whole other story.
See, my wife is a scrapbooker, so there's glitter everywhere in the house. So if I come home with foreign glitter on me, there's never any suspicion because there's glitter all over the house.
I recognize my own glitter now.
Is that a thing? Oh no!
Oh yeah, yeah. I recognize my own glitter.
Mind-boggling taco indeed, says Luana Pierce. Thank you. I need suggestions on how to integrate this into the show. Maybe I'm not quite sure how to do it, but
it needs a squeaky in is what it needs.
It does. It has no squeakiness to it. Maybe I'll work on that, but we'll see. Give good mind equal blown comments in the chat, and maybe we'll find a way to integrate this into the show. We'll see.
Now I have one question for you. Did you hit the like button on this video?
I did.
Oh, okay. All right.
And it's the first like that Piano Awesome ever gave anyone.
I was ready for you.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I do not deserve that this week.
Oh, Lord. Oh, mercy. Well, now I've got all kinds of things to talk about. First, I'm going to talk about, I put up a bunch of videos this week. The first one that I put up had to do, well, there's several that I put up that has to do with me needing bail money. As you can see, orange is the new black. So, if anybody feels inclined that they need to send me some bail money, there's ways to do that. On my banner, there is a PayPal link that you can click, get me some bail money. And there's super chat here as well. So, you can always get me bail money. But in addition to that, I put up a video that has to do with the challenge that I put out to a whole bunch of folks that has to do with the gourds, those little Tennessee spinner gourds. And Matt was in the contest. His little project is up there on the video. Jeff Robinson's in the house, and him and his wife entered, and their project is up there in the video. And Russ Clarity was in the contest too, if you can call it a contest, but it was a challenge.
I'll think of it as a challenge.
Yeah, just to see what y'all could do with this stuff. And he had the rock band that's in the video. So you get to watch that. If you haven't seen it, you need to check it out. There's very talented people that was involved in this.
Now my video is on my Awesome Fun Things channel. So You've got to go to, it gets so confusing with all of my channels. But
I put the link to Awesome Fun Things in the description of that video so that everybody could find it to take a look at it. And then I put one up for the giveaway that we're going to do here on my live stream next Thursday night. And that is the Halloween decoration giveaway. And there may be more stuff than what I've got up. I think I have some more around here. I have to dig around and see what I can find. Now, these 3 items you'll have to go over and take a look at on the video. But there's packages that are full of Halloween decorations. This is all brand new stuff. The package has not even been opened.
Wow.
And this is called the Bloody Banner Pack. And it's got all kinds of banners and stuff in it. Then I have one here. This is for the door. This is the banners that go on the door. It says trick or treat. There's 3 banners, trick or treat. It's got all kinds of decorations and stuff on that. It's ready to hang. Then I've got another pack here. This is one I think is really cool. This has the Mylar balloons, 4 Mylar balloons, and 20 of the rubber balloons. It's got all kinds of Halloween decorations and stuff on them. The blow up Happy Halloween banner. That's great big letters. And there's bats and spiders and pumpkins and all kinds of stuff in this one. But you can see the pictures of that over on the video. And then I've got at least 2 of these, maybe more. But these are the masks that I was talking about.
That light is up. Wicked cool.
And it's got a solid. It's got a slow blink. And it's got a fast blink.
Amazing. That is awesome.
I've got that one, and I've got a silver lighted one. And I think I've got another one around here. And if I find it, then I'll throw it in there too. But
what does someone have to do to be eligible to win for free?
All you got to do is go over to my Halloween vid and leave a comment on the Halloween vid. And then you have to show up for the live stream. You must be present to win. You show up next Thursday night, 7 p.m. here on this channel for the Mind Equals Blown. I'm going to do a random picker, and we're going to give this stuff away to the people that's in the chat. So, you know, if you're not interested in winning, you just tell me after we pick the name, you know, and we'll go to the next person. But I think, you know, this is some pretty cool stuff if you like Halloween stuff. And let's see. Then if you win, you got to give me your address so I know where to send it. Oh.
Okay. Free stuff. That's got to ship somewhere. That's great. That's very generous of you to do that. I mean, that's
if you're out of state or out of the United States and you want to win, you can win. You just have to be willing to pay the shipping, because I can't afford to pay shipping for out of the country.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
You're welcome to, and you know, all the criteria is in the description of that video. So you know, there you go. You get an opportunity to get some cool Halloween stuff, brand new.
Some more people popped in the chat here. 4K's We Love and Rain is here. Dakota and family. Did we say hi to Billy Burt? I think we did.
No, we didn't say hi to Billy Burt.
Billy Burt. And
David Roby is in there. 4K's We Love Rain is up in there.
Morris Patch of Heaven Homestead. Yep. Welcome to Mind Equals Blown. I'm Matt. That's Brenda.
Dakota and family in the house. Good to have you in there. Yep, everybody's filing in. So if you want to get in on this really cool giveaway, just go over to the Halloween vid, leave a comment over there on the vid, because that's where the random picker is going to grab the names from. I'll go to the random picker. I put in the URL for that video, and then it will grab a name out of the chat. But each of these is going to be separate, you know, so there's more than one chance to win something out of it.
Cool.
And so there's that. Then the other thing I wanted to talk about, so I got a call the other day from a fella in Texas that's a woodworker, and he said that I was going to be getting a box in the mail, and he wanted to warn me because it was going to say Ryobi on it, and what was inside of it didn't have nothing to do with Ryobi. He just didn't want me, you know, get all excited and Twitter pated and have a heart attack or something because I thought I was getting something from Ryobi. And I said, okay, well, that's cool. Be interesting to see what you send me. So today it arrived, and it was a whole box full of things. That was another video that I put up today that is called Happy Mail. And it shows all the cool stuff that he sent me. Some really nice tools. And I didn't realize this when I made the video, but the handles on these tools, he turned these handles. These are maple handles that he turned on his lathe. Nice. To put on these tools. And they're nice tools, good and heavy.
It's good to be a woodworker. Yep.
So we have that. And you can blame Jeff for saying that Brenda's too quiet. We need a louder Brenda.
Wow.
And no. For those of you who want more cowbell, Jeff wanted to make sure that we all got plenty of cowbell. So he sent me one for each hand.
Oh, no. Too many cowbells. Too many cowbells. Wow. Who else came in here? Frankie CNC and Woodworking Channel. Hello.
Good to see you, Frankly. Partly Cloudy 420. Good to have you in there as well.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I got this really nice keychains, hand-tooled keychain with my initials on it that Linda made.
Wow, nice leather. Cool.
Yeah. And so I'm really proud of that. And I wanted to keep it in here long enough that I could show it on the show, but it's going to go on my keys later. And so that's the cool stuff that I got from Jeff and Linda Robinson. And let's see. I put up several of the bail money vids this week. And did everybody like this last one that I put up about the Porta John?
Yeah. How can you not watch a video about a porta potty? I mean, come on.
Matt, do you want to knock me out of the way to get in there for me?
I'll yield my spot in line.
He was a brave soul, wasn't he?
Oh. I wish he could envision what was about to happen when he did that. Because
be careful who you mess with. Is all I can say.
We had an interesting fact from Luana back here.
Yeah, that's the other thing we do on this show. We talk about interesting facts. And if you throw us out an interesting fact that blows our mind, we'll give you a cowbell ring and a virtual taco, which isn't worth anything except a good time.
Here we go. Luana says, the chinchilla has the softest fur in the world, about 30 times softer than human hair. Chinchilla.
Yes, it does.
Sweet.
Yes, it does.
Now, I will award Luana a virtual taco for her interesting fact that blew our minds. You, too, could win a virtual taco. And we have this in the house as well. So we don't know what we're going to do with that.
She had another interesting fact up there before that. It was that chinchillas can jump 5 feet in the air.
5 feet?
I said, well, I can jump 5 feet in the air, too, if you poke me just right.
Oh, jeez. O.M. Ryan's here. Hello. Welcome back
O.M. Ryan.
show.
Good to have you.
I have a new channel, Piano Awesome. Still the same host.
Be sure you hit that like button and share this out so that everybody gets in here to have a good time.
Yep. I need lots of red button pushes on this brand new channel. You could be one of the top 20. I have less than 20 subs. So come on.
Yep.
Anthony Schaus. Hello.
Hey, Anthony Schaus is in the house.
Schaus house, baby. Come on.
I never get tired of saying that. I love that. Luana says when a gerbil is excited, it sometimes jump with all 4 feet in the air. I used to raise gerbils, but I guess I never got them excited enough to make them jump up in the air like that.
It's crazy they can do that. I bought something from Japan this week. This cool Casio watch.
Oh, yeah?
They don't make this combination of watch face and white band in America. So I had it shipped from Japan. Japan has all the coolest stuff.
AJ's in the house. We'll say hey to AJ. Hey, did you see on it was on Facebook the other day how they got those Rumbas, those little vacuum cleaners that now those are tracking the map of your layout in your home and reporting that back to wherever the hell it reports back to.
They're sending the data to the mothership?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the beginning of Skynet.
I mean, you know, those things have never really done much for me anyway, because I can just think, you know, with pets, there's all kinds of ways that you could, you know, ruin your whole house with one of them things. So no, you know, that hasn't done. And the Fitbit is another one that they say that's reporting your.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing with the Fitbit is people were wearing them and they were going to secret government installations because they work there. And then the Fitbit would see in the middle of a desert all this activity of their Fitbit owners. So the government like put a stop to that. They're like, no Fitbits allowed on campus, wherever they were. AJ's here. He says he has a robot lawnmower. I cannot believe those got greenlit. A non-human controlled device with spinning blades. Well, who was sitting in the boardroom and said, yeah, that sounds like a good idea? Deadly spinning blades, robot control. Crazy.
I think they did that mainly because of mowing on hills. You know, people get out there with lawnmowers and fall and mower flip over and all such things as that. Now that's my understanding, that landscapers really wanted something like that because of mowing on hills. But I think that definitely needs to be limited and probably even some sort of a license given out on that. You know, they need to take some sort of a test before you turn the fool loose with one of them things. But then we turn crazy people loose with all sorts of things that we probably shouldn't turn them loose with, like trampolines and
AJ says there's farm equipment that's driverless too. Expensive, big expensive.
Yeah, I bet it would be expensive.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I got out of the farming industry before all that kind of stuff hit, but it was expensive enough to be involved in it back in the day before they came up with all those crazy ideas.
He says you run them with an iPad. Crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
What else
It'd
is going on?
be like a remote control car, wouldn't it? Only you're
Yeah.
dealing with some several tons worth of equipment.
Good question. I would hope it's somewhat autonomous and you could just sort of monitor and override things with the iPad. But I don't know. Maybe you're sitting there with the virtual joysticks on the iPad steering the thing moment to moment. But who knows? Who knows?
Scary to think all that stuff's out there. And what's even worse is to think of what it's going to be like in, say, another 50 or 100 years. Everything will be automated. Big Brother will be watching everything we do.
They already are. And they're listening too.
Yep.
All those Madam A devices. I don't want to say the name because it'll turn on everyone's device who's listening, but from Amazon, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. And I ain't afraid to say it. Hey, Alexa, turn on Ozzy Osbourne.
You should have said Mind Equals Blown on YouTube.
Everybody will be rocking out now.
You missed a marketing opportunity, Brenda. Come on.
Play Crazy Train, Alexa.
My subject line, speaking of Crazy Train, on email used to be, "Don't look at me for answers. Don't ask me. I don't know." Quote Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, I don't know.
He's coming to town. He's coming to town. He's going to do a big concert here in central Pennsylvania.
Well, you know, him and Sharon split up. So, you know, as far as I know, Ozzy's footloose fancy free right now.
She had all the money. All the money went to her.
She ain't no dummy.
I saw Ozzy Osbourne back. It was right around when Madonna was the rage. Like it was the 80s. Madonna was like the #1 pop performer in the country. And before the concert, they were playing videos on the screen, just, you know, videos that they shot, you know, and produced just for the show. And it was Madonna sitting on a park bench talking with what you thought was her girlfriend, and she was like, "Yep, yep, 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 talk, 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 talk," and the camera was pulling out, and she's just having this one-way conversation. The person she's talking to isn't saying anything. Pulls the camera, pans back, and Ozzy's sitting right next to her, and he turns his head to her and says, "Shut the F up!" And then Ozzy comes out, but it was really Madonna that they got to shoot for in the beginning of Ozzy's show. I never forgot that.
Oh, man.
He's got a great sense of humor. I don't know.
Well, he'd have to be married to Sharon. That would take a sense of humor right there.
Yeah.
And that's why he stayed drugged up all the time, too, I bet you.
Ozzy took one too many hits of something, I'll tell you that much.
But I have never been able to really understand why people want them talking things in their house that can listen to everything that goes on in your home. I mean, there ain't nothing that goes on here that anybody'd be interested in anyway. My house would have to be about the most boring place that they could ever have one. But I wouldn't want one in my house.
Advertising. I mean, they don't care so much the conversation. They're looking for keywords, because if you say, "Oh, I really like that G-Shock watch," and then they're going to serve G-Shock ads all over the internet. That's the idea.
Well, they'd never hear anything like that here. Here's what they would hear if they's in my house when, you know, I'm always here alone. They'd hear, "Fred, would you please shut up? Fred, I'm trying to take a nap." And then they'd hear me whistling with Fred and playing with Fred, you know, and asking him what he's doing and all that. And then it would be the dogs, you know, and it would be, "Damn it, get out of that." Jesus Christ, what are you into now?
Jeff Bezos is going to be like, "Maybe we should rethink our Alexa strategy. We're not getting anything from this Brenda person."
Yeah. They'd say, "Boy, I tell you what, this is a big waste of time." And they'd hear the microwave beep once in a while, you know, and toilet flush. I mean, that's about all that goes on around here.
Jeff Robinson says Madonna wrote an adult book. Yes, I do remember that. That was back when she was really, really popular. And I feel so bad for Madonna because once she started getting older, she tried to do a video, like a really risque music video, and they were like, we can't publish it. They refused to publish it. They're like, all right, we need to get in some other talent for this.
Nothing worse than a geriatric person trying to come on as sexy. That just is not going to cut it.
And then the one video she did, she was in a cowboy hat and she was mostly clothed, but she got dancers in that were on point. Like they were just as hot as she was back in the day. And that sort of pushed it. I don't know. But Donna's an interesting character.
AJ says that Google works great in his house for turning on and off the lights and changing the heat and air conditioning. Well, see, I don't have central air or central heat in my home. It's, everything is in each room. It's an old house. I have baseboard heat, and each room has its own control. So
Ryan's taken off. Thanks for stopping by. Drop a like on your way out and hit some red button pushes. I need some more on this channel. But yeah, great.
That's school tomorrow. Well,
study hard.
Learn something constructive. But yeah, something like that wouldn't work in my house. And if I'm too lazy to turn on and off the lights myself, there ain't no hope for me,
That's one way of looking at it. Sure.
I don't get a whole lot of exercise, and that much.
Yeah.
You can't give up that much. Flip it on, flip it off.
But sometimes you just get lazy because I can control everything. All this lighting I can control right from the seat, except the green ones. I've got to walk over there and turn them off.
Oh, you poor pitiful little thing, you. Yes, you need a heart.
Oh no, but I can see the appeal of people using those devices. So the blue light I can turn on and off.
Well, if you're away from home and you think that you need to turn your lights on, it's getting late when you're coming home and you want the driveway light on to light your path and make sure the boogeyman ain't out there to grab you or something, maybe something like that. But hell, they turn me loose. They get me to a light anyway. So Yeah.
Jeff Robinson says he's surprised Cher is still in the news. Yeah, she's somehow always in front of the camera, Cher. It's crazy.
Cher's had a lot of work done.
Oh, yeah. And she had it done when plastic surgery was still sort of figuring itself out and things were like, it was way too much like this, in my opinion.
I mean, Lord have mercy. I bet her boobs are on her shoulders. They just pulled everything all the way up. She probably had a screw in the top of her head that they tightened.
I never laughed as loud as when I was watching I forgot the name of it. What's that show with Just Jack? Anyway, Cher was on that sitcom, and the one character thought she was a Cher impersonator, and was like, "No, you're not doing that." You gotta go, "Oh," because she kind of hits the low parts, and he kept doing it, and she goes, smacks him across the face, just snap out of it. Will and Grace, that's what it was.
Oh,
Will and Grace.
All right.
Jack, the character on Will and Grace, he was trying to tell the real Cher how to sound more like Cher, and it wasn't happening as far as she's concerned.
Luana says a happy guinea pig may jump straight up and down. This movement is called popcorning.
Popcorning. Boop.
Oh, popcorning.
Boop.
Well, I've seen them jump up and down, but not, just a little bit. Maybe they wasn't that happy.
Melmo says, if there's a cure for this, I don't want it or need it, or I don't need it. Double my dosage, please.
You never know what you're going to hear when you come in here. because we fly by the seat of our pants. Every week we have to have the seats of our pants reinforced because we're going to be flying.
He says he's got the sweetest hangover, and I don't want to get over. 3 exclamation marks. There you go. Fun.
I haven't been much of a drinker for years now. I mean, I did it all when I was young and sowing the wild oats kind of thing. But now I can't have it at all. That's part of the diet thing. You could put in a thimble what I'm allowed to eat.
Your restrictions are way too much. Hey, Mark Lindsay, CNC is here.
Hey, Mark Lindsay.
How are you?
Reinforced pants are always a plus. That is the truth. Because you don't want nothing hanging out. What we'd have hanging out, nobody'd want to see.
Oh, Mel's talking about the Diana Ross song. Got it. Got it. Oh my goodness. Yep. Hey, Mark, did you see my new plush sparkly taco? Nom 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 nom. Isn't that cool?
I ain't gonna show mine.
Yeah. I also got this. Look at my Yoshi back there. I don't know if you can see that very well. That's a new stuffed animal.
We need binoculars.
Well, blow me up full screen. Maybe we can see.
See if I can figure out how to do that.
Push the buttons.
Well, I don't know which button I need to push.
Plush tacos are also a plus, says Mark Lindsay CNC.
I'm pushing buttons, but they ain't doing nothing.
Oh well, that's okay. Well, that's the Yoshi character from Mario Kart.
There, that's better.
Well, I still have Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's still there, but now I got that. I was at Dave and Buster's, and I was playing Mario Kart, 4-way Mario Kart. They have 4 driving stations, 4 driving, but they're all networked together, and we were all racing, all 4 of us, my 2 nephews and my, what do you call it, a niece-in-law, the girlfriend of my nephew. Anyway, we were tearing it up at Dave and Buster's. Love that place. So much fun.
Yeah, I've never been to a place like that.
It's video games, and it's like kind of like carnival games that you can win tickets.
Sort of like Chuck E. Cheese.
It's just like Chuck E. Cheese, but for older people too. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been to Chuck E. Cheese either, but I know what it's about.
See, Chuck E. Cheese, their problem is every game is the same dollar amount, 25 cents or whatever, one token. And then there's no hierarchy. So there's a lot of fights because everyone wants to be on the good stuff. And but if you've got a games that are all different prices, some are more expensive and some are less expensive, the crowd sort of evens out based on how much they want to spend, and there's less arguments. Chuck E. Cheese is renowned for kids fighting and adults fighting. There are more adult fights because your kid punched my, it's
oh my God.
It's a mess. Don't go to Chuck E. Cheese. Their pizza's terrible, says Billy Burt. Yeah, I agree.
I can't imagine going to a place like that. You
gotta get closer to the mic.
I mean, how messed up would you have to be to think that this is going to be a good time to take your kid into a place with a bunch of other screaming kids where you're going to have to spend a whole lot of money and the food ain't no count? I mean, maybe if you could rook grandma into taking them, or something. Tell her, hey, this is a lot of fun. You're going to really enjoy going, and she ain't never been there before and would fall for it. She'd go one time and that'd be the end of that. But, I can't imagine. If
parents would sort of mind their children, but the parents just sit in the booth and let the kids run amok, and it's just nuts. Mm-hmm. It has 30,000 screaming children, says Mark Lindsay CNC. That's true.
I had a friend like that once that we went out to eat and she brought her little boy with her. He was about 6 years old. He was old enough to know better than what he was doing. Me and her's trying to have a conversation in a booth and the kid's in there and the kid is standing up in the booth and he's screaming and carrying on and he wants his food. He wants it now. Well, I'm sorry. It just don't work that way. And if you was at my house pulling that, I'm sorry, but you would not get anything to eat. You go to bed with sore behind and wish that you acted right. Well, this went on and she's just ignoring him. And he got to the point where I couldn't even talk over him anymore. Mm. And I said to him, I just leaned over to him because I knew she wasn't going to do nothing. And I said, hey, you better sit yourself down right now or I'm going to take you out and put you in the trunk of the car.
Oh, geez. Did it work?
And she looked at me and she says, "Is he doing something?" I said, "Yes, he's doing something. He's standing up and yelling and screaming and carrying on. And it's embarrassing, and I can't shout over him anymore." And so she kind of reined him in at that point. But Lord have mercy.
Crazy. Nathan T's Halloween and stuff is here. Hey,
Nathan.
You're on the right show, and it's the right time of year for your channel name.
Yep. And Nathan's been over and left a comment on the video. He said that he will be at work next week, but he is going to try to stop in for the giveaway. And you have to be present to win. So, tell all your friends. Get as many people packing the house as we can get in. Tell them to get over there and comment on that video and get in here next Thursday night for the amazing, magnificent, spooktacular Halloween giveaway.
It's going to be spooktacular.
Yeah, I need to do it like this, the spooktacular Halloween giveaway. I want to make sure I get everybody's attention.
You're cleaning out my ears. Crazy. Well, if you have interesting facts, drop them in the chat. Get to know people in the chat room. Hit some red button pushes if you check their channels out. Just roll over that little triple dot in the chat. There's a little triple dot that glows when you roll over people. Hit that. It says go to channel.
Portal Woodworks is in the house with David Jones, and he wants more cowbell.
David, she has one for each hand now. Danger.
I can figure out how to attach them to pasties. I'm going to rock it now.
I got to hide behind my taco.
I'll run Madonna some competition. By the geriatric grannies.
Portal says no. Alton Brown gives Rice Krispie treat balls with broccoli and cauliflower in the center. Oh, that's not right.
Yeah, I pass out my junk mail.
Oh, now come on.
All the especially election year, it's great, because you get tons and tons of the vote for me, this, that, and the other things, So I just save it up in a big bag by the front door, and then, the kids come around for trick or treat. I slip it in their bags, let them carry it away.
Do you remember the Coneheads from Saturday Night Live? They would give 6 packs of beer and scrambled eggs. They scoop out scrambled eggs and put it in the bag. Oh, Portal says he's out of bail money. If anyone gives Brenda a super chat, I'll turn on the flashy lights in the back here.
Russ says that my kids tell me that the grandkids are better for me than at home. Spare the rod and spoil the child is my point of view. Exactly. And I'll tell you a funny one that goes with that. My granny used to talk about this friend that she had years prior to when she told the story, and her name was Ms. Todd. And Miss Todd had a daughter that had a couple kids, and they wanted to go someplace one night, and they go to Miss Todd, and because she's a grandma, and they said, "We need you to watch Tommy on Saturday night so we can go, wherever." And she said that Miss Todd just bowed up and looked at him and said, "Hey, I done raised you, and I ain't watching Tommy, nor none of them." And my granny just used to laugh about that. Tommy, nor none of them.
Crazy. Muscle Car Appraisal's here. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Muscle Car Appraisal.
Glad to have you here.
Some cool cars over there on that channel. Hey, well, I'm thinking about it. Anybody wants us to put your channel up here, put Raise the Curtain there in the chat. Just type in Raise the Curtain, and we will put your channel up on the big screen and take a look and let everybody see what you're doing. It's free advertising. We don't charge nothing for it. Billy Burt says, "Raise the curtain."
Oh, super chats. Here they come.
Portal Woodworks.
He said he didn't have any money.
Bail money.
Woo! Thank you, Portal.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
I can't stop them. They won't stop. All right, we have a Raise the Curtain coming up here for Billy Burt.
Billy Burt.
Go to channel, share screen.
Mark Lindsay says, you've looked at my channel so many times, I think that your names show up in my analytics. Jeff Robinson says that Linda wants to know if I have any kids. No, I raised a couple, stepson and a foster child years and years and years ago, and I haven't seen them for many, many moons. They'd both be in their 40s now, but no, none of my own. Luanna Pierce sent me a super chat.
Oh, yay, Luanna. Thank you for the super chat.
They wanted to see me put them bells on my tassels.
Got to dance. I'm gonna do the Batman. Doing it real small.
Oh,
so
look,
we're still doing the Raise the Curtain here for Billy. Obviously, he's got a woodworking and crafting channel.
That was a nice looking bookcase he had up there.
Look at that. Lathe, baby.
Ralph's Trucking and Dan Engie is in the house. Good to have both of you with us.
Hi, Ralph. Hey, I'm Matt. I have a new channel, Piano Awesome. I need some red button pushes.
If y'all like Halloween stuff, I'm doing a Halloween giveaway here on the live stream next Thursday night. Go over and watch the Halloween video that I put up the other day to get the rules and all that. And leave a comment on it and show up for the live stream next week if you want to be in it to win it.
Wow, look at that. That's a carver's mallet. They look a little different than what you might think a mallet looks like, but that's what you whack stuff with when you're carving stuff. Very nice, Billy.
Make a nice
Billy Burt.
for a lot of things.
Somebody go give Billy Burt a red button push.
Somebody comes to your door unannounced, just reach out and whack them one with that.
If Brenda ever figures out how to hook up the cowbell to a cordless drill, you're through. Oh, Frankie wants to raise the curtain. We can do that.
All righty. Yeah, I don't use cordless drills. I can't do the cordless stuff because my hands have arthritis in them and I can't get the batteries off of them.
Yeah, I have both. I have cordless and corded, and each has its own kind of use.
I like the handiness of the cordless drills, but they're not handy if you can't change the daggone battery in them.
Yeah, they're a bit heavier because the battery adds weight.
And well, it's just the clips on them. I can't get the clips loose to slide the batteries on and off of them.
Oh, check this. Oh, so this is a pocket hole machine that he built himself, and he foot actuates it. So it has a foot pedal. See that weird hole it drilled? That's for joining two pieces of wood and having the screw be mostly hidden.
Yep.
And these pocket hole machine, that thing costs $500 if you buy that same third, like a fully built table. So he essentially built himself a $500 tool, looked like out of just materials he had on hand. That's awesome, Frankie. Way to go.
Cool.
Oh, Dave Gatton's in the house. Hi, Dave Gatton.
Hey, Dave Gatton. Good to have you in the house this evening.
He's a big CNC guy, Mr. Dave Gatton. He sells his own CNC machine. Can you believe that? He built his own CNC machine and sells it.
Jeff says that I'm going to grow longer hair for pigtails so that I can add the cowbells so that y'all know when I'm coming. Well, I like the short hair, but I have wigs that have long hair. So it'll be very easy for me to do something like that. You know, within about 5 minutes, we can have that handled.
C-Dub's Journey's here. Hi, C-Dub.
Hey, C-Dub. Good to have you in the house this evening.
Don't get confused. I have a new channel. I'm looking for red button pushes. I need to get to 100. You know what happens when you get to 100 red button pushes? You can have a vanity URL. So instead of youtube.com/ and then a bunch of gobbledygook, it can be /piano awesome. That's what I'm hoping to do. But I need red button pushes. Help a brother out.
We all need red button pushes. Everybody make sure that the red button is pushed on my channel too, because I know how YouTube likes to change things up every once in a while, and you know they will unclick the red buttons, and red buttons are evil. We don't like red buttons.
No. No. I think I only got a rope. We said hi to Ralph's Trucking, didn't we?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that's right. Sometimes when I do these shares, I lose track of the chat room. So it's just what happens.
Yeah, C-Dub says she's been losing subscribers left and right. Yeah, I've lost about 20 in the last 3 weeks. So, yeah, 21, I think, to be exact. And that it's been more than that because there's been other people subscribed. So, I'm just saying I'm down from 3 weeks ago by about 21 subscribers. So something is weird with all of that. Maybe they just don't like me being in jail.
Frankie says this next video is going to be a Barnwood Farm dining table he's making. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dave says just what's our name for SUBBED? Bust?
Yeah, we say bust.
He did the Piano Man. Thank you. Hey, I'm only going to post 1 to 2 minute videos doing a concept of music, and there'll be fart jokes and childish behavior going on. So it'll be fun for anyone.
Coffee Outdoors is in the house. Hey, good to see you.
Coffee Outdoors.
He works in a prison. He's one of the guards, and he doesn't live that terrible far from me. I can be over there within just a few hours, and I think that I need to go over and see if I can't get him to need bail money with me.
Portal says the Daves in Georgia have you covered, Matt. Okay.
Mark Lindsay says, oddball fact, more wine is drunk per person in the Vatican City than any other country on the earth.
Vatican City is like tiny.
Mm-hmm.
It's a couple buildings.
That's all they do, though, is they sit around and swill wine all day.
Those Catholics, they like the wine, I guess.
Yep.
Wow.
Can you imagine being Coffee Outdoors and there'll be a live stream, or, maybe not a live stream, but a video go up that me and Coffee Outdoors both need bail money.
Send double bail money.
Yeah, go over there in the Cougar wagon and me and him get into some kind of meanness. Have you ever seen my Cougar wagon?
No.
It's a Ford E350, no windows in the back.
Oh, come here, kids. I got some candy.
One of my friends posted up on Facebook a while back, says, got to watch out for the white vans that don't have many windows in the back. Those are the kidnap vans. And so I knew she didn't know what I drove. So I wrote and I said, I drive one of those vans, but I've been hauling craft supplies in it. But thanks for the idea.
Oh, no. Bail money times 2.
Yeah. Portal Woodworks. He likes to see me revving it up. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, David.
There we go. What kind of dance should I do now? I'll do the sprinkler.
I just rev everything up and it stops whenever it gets a notion. It may go on for 2 or 3 days before it slows down.
Oh.
That's like Luana says that scorpions can only consume liquids. The venom they inject into their prey turns their insides into liquid so it can be sucked out.
Isn't that the whole point of venom from any animal or insect?
I don't know.
I think it liquefies the inside so they can slurp it up.
I tried to stay away from anything that carries venom.
Yeah. That's a good methodology to have throughout life.
Mr. Doughboy 356 is in the house. He said, did you say Cougar wagon? No, I said Cougar. It's a Cougar wagon.
I was hoping you wouldn't read that. Hi, Mr. Doughboy 356. You might not recognize me in the chat. I have a new channel looking for red button pushes. Piano Awesome. Hook a brother up. Oh, no. More cowbell, please, says Luana. Another super chat.
She wants a little cowbell. There you go, Luana.
Little cowbell. I don't have any cowbells around here.
I've got 4 now. So I'm officially a cowbell collector.
I do a cowbell on the piano. That was my cowbell.
That cow is sick.
Is that a cowbell?
No.
As close as I can come.
Mark Lindsay says that the little cowbell is a cowbell for ants.
I love that meme.
So we say hey to Mr. Doughboy. He was also in on the gourd challenge. He had the mandolin.
Oh, that's right. It was awesome. Yeah. Oh, Grizz 270's here. Hi.
Hey, Grizz. Good to see you. I can see him doing that. I can see him doing that.
Oh, no.
If you think I'm wild and crazy, you need to meet Grizz. I tell you what. There's a whole tribe of us.
Like minds, gather.
Right. That's right.
Oh, my goodness.
Grizz, I watched one of Grizz's videos a while ago and about the mama chicken kicking the chicks around out in the barnyard. Chicken flinging.
What? Crazy.
I love to watch critter videos. Man, I think that goes back though to me being on the farm. I've seen so many wild stuff on the farm, and now here I am in town, and I don't get to see that kind of stuff no more. So I enjoy watching that on people's videos. All the different kinds of critters they've got. I'd say I've got some facts here.
Bring them on.
In 1980, there was only one country in the world with no telephones. Bhutan. Bhutan.
Where's that at?
I don't know. Should we ask Waldo?
How do you spell it? Gutha?
No, B. B as in boy, Hutan.
Let's see here. Maps.
Where in the world is Waldo?
Buhatin?
No. BUH, or try this again. BHUTAN.
There we go. Oh my. Get it on screen here.
Yeah, Mark Lindsay said that they didn't get traffic lights or television until the 1980s either.
It's south of Tibet. It's east of Nepal. Yeah, right here. Crazy. North of Bangladesh. Miramar. Okay.
Let's not be a very big place.
No.
More than 50% of the people in the world have never made or received a telephone call.
Oh, I wasn't sharing. I'm sorry. I was trying to share.
There it is.
I thought I was. I had to push one more button. Here we go. Right there. Bhutan.
Looks like it's a pretty mountainous area.
Yeah, that's what separates most of the landmass there. China.
Yeah, India from the Middle East.
Yeah, India crashed into the continent and raised these mountains. Biggest one in the world. Somewhere up there.
Mr. Doughboy says, my town, Bryant Pond, Maryland, is the last town in the USA to give up hand crank phones in 1983.
Hand crank phones. Isn't that nuts? Now, when the phone system rolled out, you were only allowed to have approved hardware, and you had to rent your phone from the phone company. And so, like up until 20 years ago, this elderly woman had an original rented phone, and all her life they were billing her for that phone that was on the phone network. They never stopped billing her for it. Unbelievable. It was like the last one in the country for decades.
I stand corrected. It's Maine, not Maryland.
Okay.
Up there in the Northeast. Bhutan is also a carbon sink. It collects and sequesters more carbon than it creates.
Well, maybe other countries can do whatever it is that's happening there and do the same thing.
And Luana says in the United States, the ball python received its name because it curls itself into a ball with its head in the center. when it becomes nervous or upset. I thought she's going to say the ball pythons could jump 5 foot in the air, raise all 4 legs off the ground.
See, think about pythons and alligators and crocodiles. They're kind of real slow moving, but pew, they can strike like blink of an eye.
When snakes get excited, they pull their legs in, and so you don't think that they've got legs. There's 15-foot tall phone in the middle of their town there where Mr. Doughboy lives.
Well, that's kind of nuts.
Is that for making long distance calls?
It's for calling the Jolly Green Giant.
Those old phones were good for life. Now they're all disposable. Yeah.
Well, my grandmother had one. It was metal. It was a metal dial phone.
Yep.
Metal. Thing weighed a ton. Now, she wasn't on the renting program, of course, but she had an old one. And man, you pick that up and smash someone over the head with it, you'd kill them.
Yeah. Well, now, you have to have upgrades and all this. And then after a while, they won't upgrade anymore. So you have to get rid of that one and get you a new one. It's all a scam to get you to spend more money. That's part of the reason I can't be spending a whole lot of money on the doggone phone all the time. I'm on fixed income. And, I have to be careful where my money goes. And that's part of the reason I'm putting off getting one. I know eventually I'll probably have to have one, but I'm going to put it off as long as I possibly can.
iPhone just came out. New version.
Well, I don't like iPhone. I don't like anything Apple. That gets away from what I've got with the computer and all that. And I don't know how to integrate, I don't know how to breed pigs with cows. So
you're set in your ways, Brenda.
Until I figure out how to do that sort of thing, I'm just going to keep everything in the same family.
What? Portal's cell phone bill is over $650 each month. That's crazy. And Mark Lindsay still has a black rotary dial phone, the one that you rented from the phone company. Wow.
I've got a rotary dial phone that you hang on the wall someplace out in the garage.
Well, I was doing construction in the kitchen, and I'm like, should I patch over the phone plate? Like, why do I need a phone outlet? Because there's no phone connected to it, but there's the phone outlet. I'm like, maybe I'll keep it. I should have plastered over it. I don't know what I was thinking. Mr. Doughboy still has an iPhone 5. That's an old one. I have a 7. And I need to upgrade. Well, I shouldn't say I need to, because it's just fine. It's over 2 years old, but I think I want to. We'll see. Who knows?
Yeah, Mr. Doughboy says, I'm poor. Yeah, I can relate to that. I know exactly what you're talking about there. When you're on fixed income, and you only get that one check a month, and whatever else you get besides that, if I happen to sell something on Etsy or whatever, that goes to pay extra bills. There's never any end to it. Jen's Woodworking and Things is in the house. Good to have you in there.
She says, you were thinking nostalgia wins. I love nostalgia. That's why I wear this watch. This debuted in the 80s, and it's identical to its 80s counterpart. And I love it.
I wouldn't mind, especially, now that I'm on this forced diet, I wouldn't mind having one of them Fitbits, but I'm kind of afraid of them. If they're reporting every doggone thing that you do back to the mothership.
Is that a Swatch? She says, no, it's not a Swatch. It's a Casio G-Shock. And this is you can only get this model in Japan. They don't sell it worldwide. But
what does it do that's different than other watches?
Not very much, but I'll tell you what it has. It's got the cellular the solar, so it recharges the battery. The battery's probably going to be good for life. Okay. And it is cellular in the respect that it picks up the atomic clock signal that they broadcast over the radio. So it sets itself automatically, and it's super accurate. Loses 1 second over 1 million years. And other than that, it's got normal watch things. It tells the time. It's got a countdown timer. It's got a stopwatch where it counts up. It's got 5 alarms. It beeps on the hour. Auto daylight saving time. Auto calendar out to 2099. and it's always on. So when you roll it to your face, you don't have to wait for it to wake up like an iPhone. It's instantaneous.
Nellie Zabani's in the house. Good to have her with us. Shay is down in Australia.
Oh, my Australian friends. Hello, good day. Yep. But I like the nostalgia. It's the same as it was in the 80s. They just added a cellular radio to it to pick up the atomic signal.
But it's not like a Dick Tracy
Nope.
decoder.
Doesn't connect to the internet. It doesn't. Now, some of them, they have Bluetooth and they'll connect to your phone, and you could do advanced stopwatch type features off of your phone, but you can see what's happening on that. Seems kind of gimmicky, but yeah, that's what this. Now Casio makes all kinds of other type watches with GPS, and you can navigate with it, and some have altimeters. They'll tell you how high you are, like if you're jumping out of a plane. Oh my god, 10,000 feet yet? Almost. But this doesn't have that.
I'm curious, is there anybody in the chat that has one of the Fitbits? Do you have any feedback on that? Or I mean, are they any count? Do you really get any benefit out of those silly things, or is it just another gadget to have and it reports all your whereabouts back to the mothership so you can be tracked?
Well,
I'm thinking I probably wouldn't wear it, except maybe when I'm exercising or something, so that it would gather that data just for me to know. But the rest of the time, it would probably be off of me because I don't need to be tracked. I don't need a babysitter. I don't need the mothership.
Well, it's more for marketing purposes. It's not for like nefarious,
Well, that's what they say about the Roomba too, and apparently that's tracking your entire house and sending all the information on your the layout of your house back to the mothership.
I mean, you could probably go to the county hall of records and get the layout of your house. That's public. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? You can't worry about it that much. Now, like if you're doing illegal activity and you've got a Fitbit, it can confirm or debunk your whereabouts. Like,
so that's why I'm saying, I'm in jail enough. I'm in trouble enough. I need enough bail money that I don't need the Fitbit ratting me out.
You were dancing around that use case this whole time, weren't you?
Barney doesn't need any help, in locking me up. So,
Oh, Jen's saying the smartwatches answer calls while she's driving, and she does like that feature. Yeah, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of cool features you could put into phones. My number one feature is when I look at it, I want it to be telling the time. And that's what this does, because it's always on.
I don't hardly ever drive anywhere to amount to anything. If I do, it's just right here in town, and everything's within a mile from the house. So, it's rare that I leave town. So I don't need a phone to be answered when I'm on the road. I get maybe a couple calls a week that's worth anything. All the rest of them are robocalls trying to sell me something.
Although there is one Casio watch that has a feature that no smartphone or smartwatch can do. You can push a button and it'll track you GPS where you're going, and then you can use your watch to navigate back on the same path you took. So go left 5 feet, go right 5 feet. Anyway.
Mark Lindsay says, I'm with you, BrendaG. I'm just glad I was a kid before cell phones. There's no video evidence of anything. Exactly. I mean, I had a hard enough time trying to keep my mom from knowing every doggone thing I did without having something she had something to track me with. I might as well just lock myself in my room and just figure, okay, I'm staying here until I turn 18 and can escape.
That's why my son got an iPhone pretty much right away. Not the latest version, but he always had an iPhone because I had to track my iPhone app. It will show me on the map right where he's at. It was a safety thing. And you're right, though. Like, there's a lot of movie or entertainment stuff out there that harkens back to the 80s. And you can see that in the storytelling where the kids at lunchtime said, okay, be at this place after school, and then you just had no cell phones. You just had to trust that you would all be there and remember. I'm like, it's kind of neat to think back that that's the way you had to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Mark Lindsay said he'd have been a YouTube celebrity by the age of 5 and not in a good way. If you carry a phone, they can track your path. Exactly. Exactly. And I would have been leaving the phone at home and getting my hind end kicked when I got back home on why did you have your phone with you?
You put yours in a
I
Faraday
forgot.
cage,
Yeah.
put it in one of those cages where it can't speak to the outside world.
I forgot it or I lost it,
Fitbit solve. I'm not saying that word sometimes. Yeah. Crimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
They can. They bring them
hey.
into the divorce court. The one spouse says they were in a certain spot.
Yep.
Fitbit says otherwise.
Yeah.
Subpoena the company.
That's why I say, I don't do anything that would amount to anything anyway, but I just don't want to give anybody any unnecessary ammunition on nothing. If you ain't wearing it, then there's no problem.
Yeah,
You don't have anything to worry about. The only reason I would want it is, to track how far that I work out on the bike or something, and just so I know that whether I'm making any progress or not. But the scales are giving me that answer anyway. So
nowadays, the mental thing you go through is the benefit worth what I'm giving up, or is the benefit worth them tracking me?
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to bring the features so useful that people are like, okay, fine, I'll put the listening device in my house, and now I can do XYZ that I couldn't do without it. So that's what they're trying to do.
See, if I had one of them listening devices things, I would find like a 24-hour a day murder channel or court TV something, that 24 hours a day. And I put that thing right up next to the speaker on it so that's what it would hear all the time.
So you're trolling the people listening to you.
Yeah.
Billy Burt made a comment. I don't think he's correct. He says, Brenda doesn't want anyone to see her wearing her cowbell tassels. I think she doesn't care, and she wouldn't.
Oh,
she
no,
would let the
I
world
don't care.
see.
I mean, I have said many times that, I've lived here in this house for 7 years. If my neighbors have not seen me naked yet, it's because they ain't looking. Hey, I flashed the church my first day here. It wasn't on purpose.
Oh, no.
But I moved here on a Saturday, and on Saturday night, I was still moving. I had to get all my animals over here because I had a Noah's Ark going, and I had to get all my critters moved in. So I moved all night long, and at 7:00 in the morning, I'm at the Walmart trying to get the basic essentials so that I don't have to try digging through a sea of boxes to find stuff that I can live with, plates and things like that for the next couple weeks till I can start getting things unpacked, right? So I have been up about 36 hours straight. I don't know how many trips I had made back and forth between here and the other place. I was flat wore out. So I thought, I have got to get a shower and then I'm going to fall into the bed. So I go upstairs to the upstairs bathroom and I kick on the shower and slide out of my clothes, and I get in that shower and I'm getting all soaked up, and I turn around and realize that there is a window in my bathroom that faces the church next door on Sunday morning. Yeah. I just waved and pulled the shades. I mean, what are you going to do at that point?
Jeez Louise.
Welcome to the neighborhood. Yeah.
Hello, neighbors.
Glad to meet you. Yeah.
I got nothing to hide.
That's right. Here it all is. Sunday morning. Yep.
Woo,
sure enough. I thought, well, okay, we're
Mary and Joseph.
We're establishing boundaries, aren't we?
It's like, there's where we go Saturday night, and we'll pray for forgiveness on Sunday.
It could only happen to me, wouldn't happen to nobody else. But I was so tired I couldn't even see straight, and we just was not paying any attention. All I wanted was just get a shower and go to bed. I'm tired. And Lord have mercy. So there you go. I mean, the neighborhood has not seen me naked by now. They just ain't paying attention.
Nick's Picks is here. Hello, welcome.
See, Deb says that's being most humble before the Lord.
Yep.
The Lord and the whole neighborhood.
You might not recognize me, Nick's Picks. I'm Piano Awesome in the chat. I launched a new YouTube channel.
Brenda would have been fun on Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that happens to me. It's just nothing really intentional most of the time.
I believe it. What else can I say?
But yeah, it happened. I can't deny it. There may be video proof of it for all I know. It could be on YouTube as far as I know. I don't know.
Exploit it for subs.
Yeah. It was 7 years ago.
Do you find yourself getting like inexplicable discounts at the local mom and pop shops?
Well, there's been a whole lot of people in town that just steer clear of me. I don't want to be too close to her.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
My goodness.
But yeah, things happen. It's, one of them facts of life. There it is.
Whoop, there it is.
Yep.
Whoop, there it is.
Gris says, I can see the kids now asking Mommy, where's Eve's fig leaf? Was no fig leaf that day, I'll tell you what.
My.
And that being said, I would have thought that they'd been a lot happier when I decided to put the privacy fence up around the backyard, But they sure did have a fit when I decided to do that. I would have thought they'd wanted me fenced in over here.
Yeah. You're trying to do everyone a favor.
Yeah, Coffee says they probably keep their distance from it. They do now. Yep, sure do.
Jeez.
Luanna says, I believe Brenda's blushing. No, I don't blush. I'm a little flushed because it's hot here today. It's hot, Lord. I've got 2 fans blowing on me. I'm still sweating.
Portal says, as much as you need bail money, you can't blame the townspeople for walking on the other side of the street. She's not blaming anyone.
Nope.
Yeah.
Billy says, I can hear the pastor's wife now. I thought public baths were only in Japan.
No, what's in Japan are these cool watches that I had shipped over here.
Oh, gosh.
I want to go to Japan. Who wants to go to Japan with me?
Not me.
I do.
I have never been outside the United States.
Love to go to Japan. Not China. Not that I have anything against China, but I would love to go to Japan.
I had a car once that was outside of the United States, but it wasn't with me. Somebody stole my car and took it to Canada.
Canada, the Great White North.
And then I could say after that, well, I've never been out of the United States, but a car has.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. Coffee says it's hot over there too on his side of the state. It's just sticky hot today, just humid.
Jeff Robinson says, now we know why she's single, and the sermon for the next 2 weeks were about Jezebel.
Yeah. Yep. Stay away from Jezebel.
Oh, I have someone who's coming to Japan with me, Billy Burt. He's asked if I'm paying. I got to figure out how to pay for myself. Are you into roller coasters? They have the Tron themed roller coaster in Japan. Indoor, I think it's in, I don't know. That's what I want to go on. The Tron roller coaster in Japan.
Luana Pierce says, male bearded dragons bob their head quickly to show other dragons that they're dominant.
Nice. Do we have any other facts before we wrap the show up? I do have a sparkly taco. I don't know what we're going to do with it, but.
Well, no word in the English language rhymes with mouth, orange, silver, or purple.
Yeah, I knew there was one. I knew, I think orange. I think I did know that because someone was boasting of how good they are at rapping. And they're like, give me any word, I'll rhyme with it. And someone said orange. You couldn't come back. Simply Wooden Creations, $10.
Woo-hoo! Turn on the lights.
Turn them on.
We're going to wind it up. Thank you, Russ. I sure do appreciate that.
Do the taco dance.
the big golden taco.
It's the taco and piano beaver dance.
The show would not be complete without seeing Matt's beaver.
My very well lit beaver, because she has her own light.
Okay, Coffee. He says he's got to work because he's got to get up early in the morning. Go to work, you poo.
Super chat. Good night to who's got to go? Coffee?
Yeah. Mark Lindsay said a rhyme for orange is Blorange. It's a place in Wales. Greer says, my father-in-law and mother-in-law went to one of them bathhouses in Japan. My father-in-law did a cannonball and yelled bonsai when he jumped in.
Jeez. Portal Woodwork says not to be outdone.
Oh, wow.
And 1 cent. So now the total Portal gave was 10.01.
That's right. Thank you very much, David. Much appreciated. Mark Lindsay says a rhyme for purple is kerple. It's a strap that goes around the hindquarters of a horse in a wagon harness.
Mark, you're too smart. He is a smart guy, that Mark Lindsay. Like legit smart. And he has a CNC machine and a laser machine, so you got to be smart to use those things.
Yeah. I try not to get any equipment that's smarter than me.
Well, the equipment's pretty dumb, but you need a smart person to run it.
Well, we're lacking in that department.
Russ says his wife loves you.
Oh, well, bless her heart. Thank her very much.
No, Simply Wooden Creations is boosting the. It's fight.
Yeah, it's a super chat war. Thanks, Russ.
Do I need to get more stuffed animals on screen? Here we go.
We'll ring some cowbells.
Donkey Kong. Kong.
I like toys that make noise. I've got all kinds of bells up here. You know, we got the little blue bell. And we got the horn. And we got the cricket. I like them noisy toys.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, Nick's Pick said somehow they bought a new sewing machine on HSN last night. Blame it on Alexa.
Look at this one. Oh, it doesn't have batteries.
Jen says that she likes your sparkly taco.
Oh, thank you so much. No, this doesn't have battery. Yeah. This was when I was a child. I turned this on. Your ears hurt when this comes on. It screams and rings bells and blips and bloops, and it goes around. It walks the articulated or the rollers here. I was like, Dad, I am so sorry. Turn this on. Like, it is like you can't even scream over it. It's that loud.
Woohoo! Another super chat.
Super chat fight. I'm running out of stuffed animals.
You need something that makes some noise. Jim Dockrell's in the house. Hey, Jim, good to see you. How's your drawers?
All right, here we go. We have Yoshi. This is my newest one.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong. And tacos. Super chats. We love super chats on Mind Equals Blown.
Well, Russ, thank her very much. I appreciate Nancy thinking that I amount to something. In many places, the jury's still out. Jim Dockrell, he's got a video up, a new one that shows his drawers. His drawers in the bathroom.
He doesn't mind showing his drawers.
No, he don't mind showing his drawers.
Do the drawers drop on the video?
I never seen him drop the drawers.
Oh,
I told him I'd like to peek in the drawers. Nick's Picks is in the house. She wants to see what happens next. Woohoo!
We're gonna be all danced out. Robot tacos. Nom 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 nom.
Yeah, Luann says jury's out looking for bail money. Yeah, I've got stickers and business cards and stuff over here. If anybody wants me to send them any of them, just drop me a line either on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. Get me your address and I'll send you some stickers and send you some business cards. And Matt's got stickers too.
I got stickers.
If you want merch, I mean, this is one of my merch shirts. So it's got the BrendaG's Designs logo there on it. And if you want merch shirts, go over to Makers Media Network or over to Teesprings and look up BrendaG's Designs. Porter Woodwork says he needs a sticker. Well, get with me there on Facebook. I think you're a friend of mine on Facebook or on Twitter, either one. And get me your address, and I will send you some. Yeah, Billy Burke said I remind him of an old Jerry Lewis song, Whole Lot of Shaking Going On. Hey, I tell you what, I get this revved up. You better stand back. Because I don't know where it'll land.
Stand back. Give her distance, everybody.
Now, come spring, if the doctor has anything to say about it with this no food diet he's got me on. It's called a seafood diet. I'm allowed to see food. I just ain't allowed to eat it. And if he has his way, I may be invisible by spring, but hey, it is what it is. Right now, there's a whole lot of shaking going on.
You can look at bagels with cream cheese, but you can't eat them.
That's right.
Cheese.
That's right. If I say I'm hungry for steak, they put a steak on a stick and wave it in front of me and say, all you get's the smell. Isn't that awful?
It's not right. That's criminal. Criminal, right. I tell you.
Just ain't right. I mean, what I can have, you could put on in a thimble. Well, listen, we're going to shut her down here. Thank you all so much for the super chats. Appreciate it. Jim Dockrell says Brenda keeps getting herself arrested because she likes the strip search and the cavity inspections. They don't even want to go there. Oh, Luanna's sending me super chat money.
We're not done yet. Woo, woo. Oh, okay. Here's
got
a
the
new
lights
one.
going. Woohoo!
Cement bunnies.
Yep. See, I got my little people that I made, and I got Bizarro Wizardo.
Yeah.
My little mouse that I made.
This is part of my security detail. If anyone comes in my office, I'm just going to whack over the head with a cement bunny.
Nick's Pick says that they followed me on Twitter. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you, everyone, for the red button pushes on my brand new channel. I certainly need as many as I can get, trying to get to 100 because I can get a vanity URL if I get 100 red button pushes. So if you haven't red button pushed Piano Awesome, where I make 1 to 2 minute videos where I do fart jokes and tell you how to play the piano properly, come on over.
Gru says Garfield's definition of diet is diet with a T, or die with a T. And it leaves a lot to be desired. Problem is, though, the stuff they tell me I can't eat is not good for me and ends up making me sick anyway. So, yeah. Pretty soon I'll be on a diet of pills.
On the piano. I don't think you want to hear me play the piano. I'm not very good.
Mel says that he's going to call it a live stream. Well, hey, Mel, it was great to have you with us this evening. I always appreciate you dropping in. Mad respect, dude. Jim Dockrell says he'd rather pump on his organ than play a piano. Jen's Woodworking says, why are you on the restricted diet from hell? Well, let's see. I have low blood sugar, so that cuts out the sugar and the carbs. And then I got gout. And gout cuts out your protein and most everything else you eat. You can't have tomatoes, nothing with acid, none of that kind of stuff. So, yeah. It's pitiful.
Should I play the piano?
No meat. Yeah, go ahead. I can talk over you.
Nope, that wasn't right.
Well, you're getting better.
That's the surprise symphony. It's supposed to be quiet, 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 loud.
Frankie said that he just had fried pork chops, gravy, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, fresh bread, and green beans. Now, let's see. I couldn't have the pork chops. I couldn't have the gravy. I couldn't have the mac and cheese because of the mac. I could have a little bit of the mashed potatoes, very little of the bread because that's a carb, and I could have the green beans.
And a little spoonful of cheese.
Yeah. I've lost 11 pounds in the last week, if that tells you anything.
Luana's complimenting my piano skills, and I'm like, that's way too kind. Way too kind. She says I'm getting good. I aspire to be good. Right now, I'm a little bit better than awful.
Well, I mean, you can't expect to be, a concert pianist overnight. You got to start at the bottom, work your way to the top.
I'm going slow, doing it for funsies. Always wanted to do it.
Yeah, Billy Burt says that sucks. He loves food too much. Yep, I know exactly what you mean. And when they tell me that I can have a little meat with a meal, it's 2 ounces. I will not dirty up a skillet for 2 ounces of meat. Are you kidding me?
That's like a little bouillon cube.
Yeah. I mean, why waste your time? So no, if I can't have something decent to eat, don't tantalize me. With just a whiff of it. That's not going to work. Yeah, Jim Docker says hot Italian sausage with stir fry with green tomatoes, sweet peppers, and onion, a clove of garlic, and a touch of ginger and soy sauce. Now, with that, I couldn't have the sausage. I couldn't have the green tomatoes because of the acid. The sweet peppers, I could have a little bit of that. I could have the onion, the little bit of garlic. I don't know that I'd want a clove of it. And I could have a touch of ginger and a little soy sauce. Yeah, Jeff Robinson says chicken nuggets. They told me on one meal that I could have 2 ounces of chicken. A chicken nugget will weigh more than 2 ounces. Are you kidding me?
With no breading.
Yeah, no breading on it. Lord. Yeah, C-Dubs says, how are you getting your protein? I'm not allowed to have protein because of this foot.
Can you have protein through peanuts or no protein?
You can't have any nuts that come from the ground. You can have tree nuts. So I'm eating a little bit of cashews.
Jen's trying to brighten your day. She's claiming she just had a bowl of sawdust and water.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I don't know if sawdust is considered to be a carb. I'd have to call the doctor up and say, sawdust a carb? Can I have sawdust to eat? Oh, Lord. Yeah, where does a 1,200-pound cow get its protein? From the grass. Yeah, I have salads. I'm allowed to have salads as long as I go very light with the dressing. So, yeah, they got me on this diet from hell. But, hey, if it stops the pain and stops some of these goofy low sugar side effects and stuff, we'll do it. I've known I need to lose some weight for some time now. Anyway, so, this is just a good excuse to get it done and get it over with.
And hey, I hope it doesn't come to this, but if amputation is in your future, half-price pedicures for life.
That's right. Cut this doggone foot off. Lord have mercy. Gout is not fun. If any of you have never had it, I don't think that you should get it. Don't put an order in.
Do not recommend.
Yeah.
Duly noted. I've never had it, but I don't want it.
When the Lord made me, he was checking off the list and he says, gout? I thought he said trout. And I said, oh, yeah, I want a big one.
The answer is yes, Billy Burt. That's all she's had is tart cherry juice.
Oh, yeah. I buy it by the 50-gallon drum. I just swim in it now. When they drew my blood last week, my blood came out looking like tart cherry juice. So that's what runs in my veins.
The American Wanderer just stopped in. Hi, we're getting ready to close the show, but we're glad you're here.
Yeah, thanks for dropping by. You'll have to play the show back on the repeat. Now, for anybody that doesn't know, we're doing this through StreamYards, and it takes a little bit for it to process. So, it may take an hour or two for it to process and get the chat and everything back up so that you can see the whole thing. Go through the chat, make sure you check out everybody's channels and watch a video. If you like them, then hit that red button, hit the like, leave them a comment. And if you haven't hit my red button, please do so. Which brings me to another thing. While I've got you here, Matt, somebody was telling me on Facebook the other day that now Facebook doesn't want you to say in your videos for people to like and subscribe to your channel.
Facebook or YouTube?
Facebook was saying that YouTube does not want you to say.
No, that they have help videos that were made by YouTube telling you to explicitly do that.
Huh. Well, I don't know where these people got their information, but now they're saying that instead of telling people to like your videos, you're supposed to tell them to sprinkle your video.
No, so this is people on Facebook are saying that,
yes.
not Facebook corporate.
No, not Facebook corporate. People on Facebook are saying that when you go to people's live streams and they're telling you to sprinkle their channel, they're telling you to like it because YouTube doesn't want you to say like on your videos anymore. I never heard such a thing.
That goes completely opposite of what YouTube itself has said to do. They have that as one of their best practices.
Yeah, Jim Dockrell says everything will kill you, so you might as well enjoy yourself. Being healthy is only the slowest possible way a person can die. Well, that's true, but I don't like for it to be painful. If I'm going to die, I want to die in bed with a big smile on my face that the Undertaker won't be able to wipe off. I don't want it to be grimacing from the pain of gout.
They say, you know how like a car does a skid. They said that's how you should arrive in your coffin. Like crash, all broken and bruised from a lifetime of abuse and fun, and just.
Yeah, Jen said that she did see on a big channel say it can get you demonetized, but I don't know if it's true. I never heard such thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, now a lot of people are saying with YouTube's algorithm changing, it's harder and harder for them to promote you. So go ahead and share. People are saying, ringing the bell hardly makes a difference anymore. But if you share it and YouTube detects YouTube links out on the internet that point back to your channel, that is still a valid signal that your stuff is good. So really the shares are doing a lot more good. If you share it on something public that the Google can see, when you share inside Facebook, the internet can't get in there. But anyway, so Twitter and Instagram and things like that, very, very powerful for boosting your channel.
Yep.
All righty.
Just checking here to see if there's anything that we missed there in the chat. Jen says, big as in millions of followers. Can't remember if it was
Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, or PewDiePie. One of them. Those are all super big. I know all of them. Yeah. But hey, the flavor of the week, who knows what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. So maybe it's changed.
That they don't want you to ask for subs, especially in chat. Yeah, I will agree with that. Yeah, they don't want that to happen. But when you're talking on your live stream,
uploaded videos are different. Uploaded videos, they're like, yeah, ask for it.
Yeah, and I generally have banners running in most of my videos that say don't forget to like and subscribe, and all that. And I thought, Lord have mercy. Are they going to start whacking me because I've got that running on my...
Maybe they're getting wise to the bus for bus.
Well, they have for that.
On live streams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's all like a live stream effort to curtail that.
Yeah. But, that's not what we do here. We network so that we learn from each other. And if you like what you see on another channel, why not, make friends with them and learn from what they're doing? I don't even know why YouTube would have an issue with that. Why would they not want people to subscribe to each other's channels and be friends here? Doesn't make any sense to me.
I put Piano Awesome as a new channel in the chat room. Need some help.
Frankie said that he hid his sub counter to public and it started going up. Oh, tell him what you noticed on my channel a while ago, Matt.
Oh, abbreviated subscriber counts. So now it doesn't show the exact number publicly. Yeah.
But it will still show the exact number in my Creator Studio, so that if I go to Creator Studio, it'll tell me exactly what the sub count is. But the public, when they pull up my channel, will not see the exact sub count. It has it rounded.
Push the button so that I can share my screen.
Oh, sorry.
I just did it.
There it is.
So here's Brenda's channel. Look at this, 6.46K. It doesn't give you the exact number anymore.
Yeah.
It's just giving the rounded number publicly. And that's brand new. That probably happened today.
Yeah.
Because they said it was going to happen in about a week's time. And that was almost a week ago. So
that's rolling out. I don't know if everybody's got it or not, but it's on my channel now.
That's what I'm saying. Things change. What you're supposed to do changes week to week, and not supposed to do changes week to week. And the interface changes week to week. Yeah. All kinds of fun stuff.
Well, I'll probably be putting up another I Need Bail Money later tonight.
Yep.
It's about traffic cones.
I have a new video on awesome fun things about this watch. Check that out. Check out my new channel, Piano Awesome. I have 2 new short videos that uses humor to learn the piano. Anyone can enjoy it. You don't have to want to learn the piano to enjoy it. And still got my Awesome Wood Things channel. That's still going strong. And All Things YouTube, Mondays at 7. I talk about how to be successful on YouTube. I have too many channels. Stop me from making channels, please.
And don't forget to come back here next Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We are going to have the extravaganza spooktacular Halloween giveaway. So we'll see y'all back here next week. Night, y'all.
Good night, everyone.